before I go on to explain the charts behind me, I'm going to ask you a little question, a little quiz. News, international news. What happened to Facebook and Zuckerberg the last 2 days?
Cambridge.
Anything? Cambridge Analytica. Or Cambridge Analytica, right? You guys read about it? Facebook, Zuckerberg, and he's in deep trouble right now. Why? Why is that? Anybody can tell me?
Personal data.
Personal data, okay. What is one company called Cambridge Analytica, a US company, California, with a UK parent, evidently legal information, personal information, affecting 50 million users, Facebook users, right? And some unscrupulous application people, or app developers, you call them, get a hold of this information and actually do something silly about it. To the extent that actually interfere the 2016 US presidential election, right? We all heard about it. The Russians are trying to interfere, and the Germans trying to interfere some other, elections in Europe. But between US and Russia, and we all know what's going on between the two countries, and Russia actually interfered to the extent that, Trump got elected. But the detail we don't know. It's going to come out in the next few days. So you guys, you tech guys out there, technology people, please, use your cell phone and follow the news, follow the development, and see how the story unfolds. Okay, it's going to be very interesting. I'm going to spend 5 minutes to tell you, what Small Talk Circle is all about. And you see that right there in this chart on my left. We're actually at the bottom right now. Okay, we're at the bottom, Small Talk Circles. And we're going to migrate, we're going to move up the corporate ladder, we're going to go up to jobs and career, and we're going to also move up, the food chain, so to speak. And one day we can go to the apex, the summit, which is the leadership. Okay, at the bottom here, Small Talk Circles, we're actually talking about soft skills, social skills, critical thinking, current affairs, interests and hobbies, and language skills, okay? This is the foundational stuff that we all know are important. But Hong Kong students, we study so hard, we spend so much time on textbooks, and we forget about, okay, now you got it, thank you. All right, here we go. So this is foundational stuff, and I call it fountain of knowledge. All outside academia, nothing academic about it, we're anything but. Okay? So once you master all the basic stuff, like I just said, soft skills, social skills, critical thinking, current affairs, interests and hobbies, and language skills, we can then move up the food chain. So we're right now in between Small Talk Circles, which is the base, and the jobs and the career. As you know, last season we started talking about insurance and small and medium business. And a lot of students misunderstand what insurance business is all about. So I will spend some time next season, starting in September, to focus on the insurance business sector, as well as the small and medium business. So we're going to move up, right? And ultimately, I don't know when we can actually reach the summit, the apex, the leadership. Then we're going to talk about public speaking, etiquette, mannerism, knowledge of the world. Okay? So this is what you're doing right here, sitting here. You don't know what you're doing here. This is what we're going to do. We're going to move up. So one day, you will find that if you are already graduated, you're in the workforce, you say, wow, I'm glad, 4 years ago, I came to, Small Talk Circles and learn all these different things. And now I can use these things to my benefit, to my advantage. When I'm confronted, with situations like this, like dinner parties, executive meetings or board meetings, I can use those things to my advantage. So this is where we are. Okay, my time is up, and I'm going to introduce my guest speaker. And I need this thing here right in front of me. It's a long list of things, right? Obviously, Rosanna Wong, and she asked me just now, just say Rosanna. But to be proper, I have to say the Honorable Dr. Dame Rosanna Wong Yik Ming. It's just a long and truly remarkable record in public service, and also in the private sector as well, both in Hong Kong and outside Hong Kong. Now you have to bear with me for a minute because this is pretty long here and I can only say a few things here. Now she's Honorary Chairman of World Vision Hong Kong, Honorary Chairman World Vision Hong Kong, former member of the Executive Council and the Legislative Council, Hong Kong Government, former Chairperson, Education Commission, former Chairperson, the Commission of Youth, former Chairperson, Social Welfare Advisory Committee, and Dr. Wong was and still is sitting on many company boards such as CK Hutchison Holdings Limited, HSBC, Shanghai Hotels Limited, etc., etc. And she's also a national committee member of the Chinese People's Political Consultative Conference. Very important person, okay, for Hong Kong and China. And Dr. Wong holds a PhD degree from the University of California, Davis, and she received 5 honorary doctorates from the University of Hong Kong, the Education University of Hong Kong, the Hong Kong Polytechnic University, the University of Toronto, and the Chinese University of Hong Kong in recognition of her outstanding work towards education, young people development, and the society as a whole. Now, ladies and gentlemen, shall we put our hands together to welcome Dr. Rosanna Wong.
Thank you.